me see. Let's pause this. How do we do that? Okay, just 35 seconds, 38 seconds, whatever, 40 seconds of me struggling to get things set up here. Okay, let me see. That's what I want. Yes, I am live. Okay, here we are. We're early. It's just 5:47, so I'm earlier than I intended on getting on here. But anyway, I'm not a very patient person when I'm doing stuff. My tripod system's a mess here. Got no way to show you since I'm using the phone. I need to get figured out how I can use my GoPro and do all this, but anyway. Buffering. There we go, we're back. Like I said last night, it's a little disconcerting to me because I'm watching me and it's a second or two delayed from what I'm saying. So if I seem a little weird, then you know that's why. It's cold out tonight. Oh, I got one person watching already. Oh, I think that's me. Never mind. I got the heater on, as you can tell. You can hear it there. Warming up. Well, this weather's about to get nasty, starting early in the morning, I guess. It's getting nasty now. It's cold out. So, I don't know how cold it is out there, but the wind chill's just horrible. In here now, when I walked in here, it was about 38 degrees inside this building. Right now, I can't afford to heat it full time. And I don't have a proper heater for that. I don't want to leave that thing running for hours on end. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of fuel before this live's over. So, yeah, it's going to get nasty. I'm expecting to get the notification that I won't be working tomorrow anytime now. The current depends on who you listen to, but we're going to get anywhere from 5 to 18 inches of snow. So who knows? And if you're familiar with Southwest Missouri, you know that you can get anything at any time. But anyway, hopefully somebody will show up here before long. I guess I need to start promoting these a little better. And they'll get better. Last night I had a bunch of people just pop in, pop right back out. It'll get better. I think I'll do better once, I have people showing up and interacting with me through the chat. At least I hope eventually this catches. Probably going to do, if I don't work, I'll probably do another one tomorrow. So, and probably won't do another one until probably Saturday or Sunday, depending on how things go. But anyway, back to the weather. This snow is going to, temperature's going to be worse. We got in the negative, and like that. I wasn't built for the cold. I wasn't built for the heat either. So, but then after that, next week it's going to be up in the 60s. Oh, you gotta love Southwest Missouri. 1 week you get -8 and up to 18 inches of snow, and the next week you're looking at mid-60s. But I'll take the mid-60s anytime I can get them. So, yeah, it's kind of slow right now. I started 15 minutes early, so that's, and I'm saying so a lot. You notice that? I need to step over here real quick before I get anybody in here. I need to crack a window, make sure I get enough fresh air. Well, alrighty. We got that little project done. We invited Opal in, but she doesn't like the heater when it's running. So she declined. She said, no, thank you. For anybody that's new, that's watching this, or at any time, whether you're watching the live or the replay, and you don't know, Opal is our Border Collie mix. I don't know what they say she's mixed with Husky and Wolf, but I don't know. But she's got some crazy blue eyes. And she's in other videos where you can see that. But anyway, hope everybody's staying warm. I mean, that's the main thing around here. Rhonda and no one farmhand went to the grocery store today and loaded up, so we're good to go. We were good to go anyway. She bought some stuff like hot dogs and Polish sausages in case the electric goes out and we can cook on the fireplace. But yeah, this might be a short live. Because may not be anybody get on here. I did make the announcement earlier today on YouTube, but no telling. Make sure I got that sound off. I don't want that feedback. So yeah. Cold anyplace else in the country? That's a dumb question, I know. But anyway, so I didn't get out here today. I'm low on propane. I wanted to do this live, which, you know, I said I'm going to do one tomorrow, but I probably won't if I run out of propane tonight. Just because it's going to be a lot colder tomorrow than it is today. And my other sources of heat aren't that good, and they use a lot of electricity. So, yeah. I got something on my mind, but I'm not wanting to get into it until I see a little more, or not see a little more, that wasn't the right word, but until maybe we get somebody on here, which maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. The first two lives I've done, I had one person on the first one and one person on the second one. But they stuck with me and interacted, and it's a pretty good time. I hope they felt like it, but anyway. So, yeah, it's starting to make a noise like it's running out, so we may cut this off pretty early. Probably shouldn't have started so early. Oh, there we go. We got somebody else on. Say hi, so I can see. Yeah. Okay, since I got somebody to talk to besides myself, I watched a video today, and hi, Trioxin. Did I get that right? Glad you made it. But as I was saying, I watched a video today. A guy thinks he's got it figured out why egg prices are so high. And he's partially right. Oh, cool. That's not too far away from where I am. I'm over on the Missouri-Kansas border, just northeast of Pittsburgh, Kansas. And I mean, I'm right on the border. It's about it's a little more than that. It's probably a mile to the Kansas border. Maybe a little closer if I walk straight there, but anyway. But anyway, back to my video I watched. This guy, he was talking about egg prices, and he doesn't think it's because of the bird flu. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. I've never lived in Pittsburgh, but I worked there for about 10 years at a place called Superior Wheels. Made a lot of money there, worked a lot of hours. But this guy was saying that he doesn't think it's just because of bird flu and culling all of the chickens, which, in my opinion, that's the big reason. Oh, really? I worked there from, was it 1990 to 1999. Not quite 10 years, but almost. But this guy was thinking that the price is just because of greed. Now there is some greed involved, I'm going to admit that. But also it's just how capitalism works. You know, it's the laws of price and demand, or supply and demand. You know. So, when did your brother work at Prairie? I know they were open about 10 years after I left. But anyway, just to fill up some time here. Yeah, there is some greed involved, but when the supply is low, you just can charge more. You know, these big companies, I don't know who the egg people are. Oh, well, that's pretty cool that he was there in the 90s. We may know each other, but that was a big place. I mean, they ran Oh, okay. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, I like Brad a lot. But as he said in that interview, we coon hunted together for a while. Back when the number one farmhand was a little baby. Yeah. But yeah. Yep, I like Brad a lot. And he's got a channel, Brand Poultry. Isn't that the name of it? That's his company. He for anybody else that sees this, he raises, processes, and sells chicken and quail. He raises the big jumbo can't say it, Cortonics, I guess. I don't know, but the big quail. So, and he's got a YouTube channel too. It's yeah, he's a good guy. I like him a lot. Kind of felt bad. We lost touch with each other for a long time. But yeah, he raises them big quail. It's Brand Poultry, BRAN Poultry, POULRTY. And he's here on YouTube, and he does a lot of interviews at excuse me, at these swaps. I don't know. I think he's involved in putting them together, but he has one here in the little town I live close to, Minden Mines. But yeah, go check Brad out if you're watching this. He's got some interesting interviews. I watched his last video. It was he was reviewing his was it a beaver poultry plucker? That was pretty interesting. He talked about the modifications that he did. Yeah, it's a pretty good video. Yeah, when I coon hunted with Brad, he was still in high school. That's how long ago that was. So anyway, it's like there's just the two of us in here for now. I'm glad you're here. It's kind of interesting how small the world is. But, you know, your brother worked at Superior, I worked there. Of course, there's a lot of people went through Superior. And, hey, Knothead, what's going on? For full disclosure here, Knothead's paracord and more, that's my brother. And he's kind of a knothead. I'm glad you could make it. Wayne, are you looking at the, do you have the live chat pulled up? Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Trioxin. I really do think you are onto something there. I get in, I watch and read and listen to a lot of conspiracy stuff. And some of it's not such conspiracy theory. It's getting warmer in here now. Yeah, without getting into a lot of that, I really think there's something to that. what the bugs in the fake meat. That's a big deal, the fake meat. I wish I would have been paying more attention back then. I'm kind of late to this whole deal. But there's a lot of that stuff that's come out true now that I heard in 2005 that is true now that I was like, no, there's no way. But yeah. And, you know that thing that started happening in 2019 that, you know, we all had to wear masks for and stuff? I'm pretty sure that was intentional. Okay, I buffered a little bit there. Well, it says I'm up to 4. I won't eat that stuff either. And you're probably right on it being a tumor. I mean, because they use, and I can't remember, I've read anyway, but yeah, cancer's involved in growing that stuff. So yeah, I won't eat any of that lab-grown meat. None of it. It's crazy. I won't do the veggie burgers either. It's not going to do it. I can barely eat a turkey burger, so I'm not eating that. Anything grown in a lab or anything that's not real meat, just not going to do it. So, who all we got on here? I got Knothead and Trots, and it says there's probably one more person in here just kind of hanging out, listening. And looks like I buffered again. But on my phone it shows I'm still alive, or still live. Yeah, I am still alive. I don't know what that's all about. Come on, straighten up. Whoa, that's crazy. I haven't heard that. I'm going to have to look that up. And going to have to check into that stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm live. Is everybody else seeing me okay? Because my computer's buffering, but my phone is fine. And whoever our other person was bailed on us. So I guess they didn't like the topic. Yeah. Okay, my chat's disconnected too on the computer, but my phone's still going good. So, and I can see the chat down here at the bottom on that. So, I don't know, my computer's been doing crazy stuff lately. Probably the CIA messing with it. I'm joking. So, Henrietta Lax. Yeah, I'm going to have to check into that. Yeah, I think local grown food is really important right now. We try to buy as much as we can locally, and yeah, we buy local, and I really do like Brad promoting local producers. I think that's a good thing. I think more of us small people, not small, I can't, that's kind of funny. I'm not a small person. But anyway, I us small producers need to be helping each other out. Well, yep, you got that right, Knothead. Oh, that's funny, I get to call you Knothead. Then again, I probably called you worse, haven't I? Yeah, and I'd like to see some more local people getting involved in producing food. You know, I'd like a little less competition in the pig department, but you know, it is what it is. But still yet, okay, I think getting myself confused because I'm watching the computer. I ought to just watch my screen because it's not lagging behind, and I think my computer's way behind now. Anybody else have any issues with lagging behind? Looks like we've had another person pop in. Jump in, join the conversation. Well, right now it's about local grown food, and it's really, really important. I need to do some research because they were talking about here in the state of Missouri injecting all the pork and the beef with that mRNA vaccination. But I don't know how that came out. Of course, all the big producers were backing it. Well, tell my number one fan hi, or I'm sure he can hear me. But how you doing, William? So, anybody got anything else on their mind here? It says we got 4 people. I know that I'm on because I'm watching on my computer because I can see the chatties here. Good deal. I'm glad he's doing good. I hope everybody there is doing good. Hope he's staying warm. He probably not bothered by the incoming snow, is he? So, I ran out of something to say. I just don't know. Well, I'm glad y'all are staying warm. That's going to be pretty tough to do in the next few days. I know before anybody got on here, I was saying that, what was I saying? I then lost my train of thought. It's crazy. I'm supposed to be in charge of this entertainment. I can't keep a thought in my head. Oh yeah, we were supposed to get, I've heard anywhere from 5 to 18 inches in the next 48 hours. Anybody heard any more than that? So, I was saying earlier, talking about this guy that thinks the problem with the price of eggs is just greed. Yep, I've heard that too. Well, yeah, you're over on the other side of Springfield. I forgot about that. Yeah, up to, that's what we're hearing for here too. It's up to, depending on who you listen to. Well, that's my plan. I'm pretty sure, and it may have already happened, I'm pretty sure they'll cancel school so I don't have to worry about going to work tomorrow. Kind of got a feeling I may not be working this week. Which, not having the money, that'll hurt a little bit, but it'll be alright. It'll give me a little time to recuperate from that basketball tournament. That thing wears me out. So, how's everybody liking the new president and his staff? Oh, yeah, well, you be safe out there, Trox. I'm fortunate that I have a job now that has snow days. Echo Stream, welcome. I read it the correct way. I am over just northeast of Pittsburgh, Kansas, on the Missouri side of the line. Trioxin's about an hour east of Springfield, Missouri. And I'm not familiar with Delmarva. Then again, the older I get, there's more I find out that I'm not familiar with. We're actually southwest Missouri. I tell people I'm the far northwest corner of southwest Missouri. I think just a little north of me it becomes west central. Okay. Well, yeah, that's a little ways away from us. Yeah, you guys are you're a ways away from us. Well, that's pretty interesting that they're calling for the same thing there. I don't imagine we'll get quite that much, but we'll probably get, I don't know, I'm taking a guess, but our local weather guy says it's up to 13 inches and 50 spots of 15. So, and that's a lot of snow for us in this area. I'm not real familiar with the weather over in your area. I've actually not even been over that way much. When I was driving the truck, I drove past DC once. I think I went from Boston to somewhere in Florida. I don't remember. Nothing personal, but I didn't lose anything there. Just way too many people. Oh, well, that's pretty good. It's that where you're at. That wouldn't be bad. That's where I'm at. I basically live on a hayfield. I got my neighbors are. Oh, I think they're both just under a quarter of a mile from me. That wouldn't be bad. I could probably deal with that. That's kind of where it's. Yeah, that's around here. Pittsburgh, Kansas is the closest town to me. Decent town. I live just outside of a little town called Minden Mines. One word. And it's a small town. I said when we moved here, there was 400 people. I think it's down to 300 now. The meth heads kept burning houses down. But anyway, the Pittsburgh, Kansas, and I think they're only about 30 or 40,000. They're about, I don't know, 20 minutes from me, and that's probably because I drive slow. And then the next biggest town closest is Lamar, Missouri. It's about the same size as Pittsburgh, maybe slightly smaller. It's about 20 miles away. And then the biggest town close to us would be Joplin. Okay, I see that. So, yeah. I don't like to be around a lot of people. But, which college are you talking about? Pitt State or Southern? But, yeah, the more I can stay away from people, the better I like it, especially the older I get. Yeah, the population does go up in Pitt a little bit when the college is in session, but it's not too bad. I'm going to take these coats off, this coat and hoodie. I used to like it when them college kids came to work over there at Superior. I was always entertained. Most of them couldn't handle it. Of course, yeah, talking about Pitt, I tried to stay away from that end of town anyway. That's on the other end of town for me. Of course, every once in a while I got to go down there because that's where Freddy's is. Rhonda really likes to eat them Freddy burgers. And I kind of like them little bitty French fries they have. They're pretty good. Okay, well, let me see. What's on here? I don't remember that one. 1106. Wayne, do you remember that burger joint? Yeah, our weather gets crazy like that. I say we have winter, and then we have tornado season, and then summer, and then winter again. That's the way it's. I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've ever been there on Broadway. Yeah. But like I was saying, to me anymore, it feels like we just got 3 seasons. We don't have any spring, because that's tornado season. Luckily, the last couple of years, it hasn't been as bad around here. Oh, okay, 10 years ago. So let me see, 10 years ago. Shoot. I was living here 10 years ago. I'm going to Pittsburgh quite a bit, but, don't know. There's been a lot of food places in Pittsburgh. Uh, yeah, speaking of the weather, crazy weather, was it 2 weeks ago? It was 70 degrees here. So, yeah, we have crazy weather as well. Fred and Red's? Yeah, I've only been there twice. It wasn't bad. I had the spaghetti red because that's what you have when you go there. Yeah, Fred and Red's. Yeah, it was a Joplin landmark. I mean, everybody had to go to Fred and Red's to eat. Like I said, I've only been there twice, though. It's kind of weird. Once with my dad, we was out messing around doing something, and I think that was the first place I ever had spaghetti red. Out Fred and Red's. We used to go to a lot of those little burger joints around Joplin, little mom and pop places. Get like 4 or 5 hamburgers for $1, you know. I can't remember the name of any of them now. There used to be 2 of them on North Main there. No, I don't. That might have been before my time in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I remember going over to the Golden Ace. Well, thanks, Echo Stream. I appreciate you being here. And, you know, now I know a little bit about the East Coast. I know it's all not one great big city. Yeah, these are the kind of lives I like to go to as well. No, I definitely don't remember one in Frontenac. Yeah, he sure did. He knew all them little places, and he was known at a lot of them too. I remember going to what was it? Georgie's there in Carl Junction, which, you know, that's where we grew up at. We'd go in there and that's where all the local guys went and hung out. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Well, I was talking about Joplin down here, and their listed population is 50,000. But during the daytime, during the week, it's like 250,000. Just because all the people that work there and go shop there and all that. Because that's the biggest city kind of in this area. To get a bigger city, I don't know if Fayetteville in Arkansas is any bigger. But, I'm gonna have to look up Delmarva and see. But Trioxin, to get back to you, I don't remember that truck stop. Of course, I didn't get up in the Frontenac area very much until I moved up here to Mendon. What was that little truck stop over in Jasper? Went there real early in the morning to eat after coon hunting. Can't remember it now. just like them little out-of-the-way places to eat. Better than the big chain restaurants. Most of them are way overrated. If any of y'all are up in this area and y'all up by Liberal, Missouri, there's a little place there. It's only open from like 7 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. They just do breakfast and lunch. It's called Mary's Flower Cart Cafe. Good place to eat, good atmosphere, and a really nice lady that owns it. Rhonda, the #1 farmhand, was up there this afternoon, or this morning. They went and got breakfast. So, well, we picked up another one. That's pretty cool. Yeah, down in that area. Yeah, it's probably good to know Spanish. What's that chicken place down there? Wayne, if you're in here, you remember what it is, that big chicken place? Yeah, there's another one, or there was another one. I don't know. Tyson might have bought them out. I know they were having some legal trouble. It starts with an S. Yeah, Tyson does hire a lot of Spanish speakers, let's say. Used to go to a little bike rally. They'd have one there a couple times a year on Elk River. Cowskin Campground. The campground's been there a long time. I found out after I started to go down there for those motorcycle rallies that I had been there as a kid, and my dad told me, so don't you remember going down there? No, I was only probably like 5 or 6. All I can remember is we were asleep in the tent, or in the tent, I don't know, may not have been asleep, but there was a lot of commotion outside, and we went down there with my dad's cousin and his family, and I guess they had caught a gar, and there was all kinds of excitement over it. They caught it in the boat. They were running trot lines. Yeah, Tyson's really invested in that bioengineered meat, big time. Them and our old buddy Bill Gates, he's heavily invested in it. And I hope that our current president doesn't listen to him much. Echo Stream on the new president. I'm optimistic. Let's say that. He's not perfect, but I like what's going on so far. I think it's about time that somebody is auditing the government and making them accountable to us. And now there's some things that I don't like. I haven't heard any more about it, so maybe that's going away, but the whole thing with TikTok and him wanting the government to own half of it, no, I don't like that. I don't like how he's working with Oracle and I can't remember right now, Ellison, is that his name? That owns or is part of Oracle. He's the founder, I know. And the AI makes me nervous. And yeah, I'm not a blind Trump supporter either. But he's way better than what the last 4 years gave us. And that's part of what makes me optimistic about him. Yes, trioxin, that's what I was just talking about, those AI-created vaccinations. Yeah, that makes me real nervous. AI makes me nervous anyway. And it, you know, first of all, that AI is only going to be as good as the people who program it. You know, and I've seen examples that shows how bad it can be when it's not programmed correctly. Yeah, that's really concerning. You know, again, he's like all the rest of us. No one person can know everything, so you got to depend on people. And sometimes, you know, we can get in trouble. You're absolutely right, Echo Stream. Yeah, China having AI is scary as well. It's probably a little more scary for me, but so I understand. But boy, I really wish we could go back and not have done any research on that. But unfortunately, that cat's out of the bag, and so yeah, it is risky, a little bit scary. So yeah, but I'm glad to hear other people are seeing that. You know, not at the talking head level. Well, that's for sure. That is for sure. And just like I said, the programming of it kind of scares me. And this whole quantum computing, I don't understand. I mean, very, very little of that stuff. And that could be really bad. So, yeah. And then if this AI becomes aware of itself and starts thinking of itself as being alive, you know. Yeah, that whole quantum stuff, what little bit, and I'm sure I only understand a minuscule amount of it. That's something we need to pay attention to. It's, like I said, I can't say much about it because I don't know much about it, but what I have heard, well, that's for sure we can't, but I'm sure they will. I mean, I listen to Joe Rogan quite often, and he's real big on it, on the AI stuff, and he's thinking it would be a better way to rule is to let the AI do it, and that kind of thought just worries me. So I don't know. But then again, there's a lot of people that worry me. I mean, yeah. I know a lot of people are worried about our current president and him getting in a war. But I think that's a good thing because I think the people that we might get into a war with are afraid he might be willing as well. So, plus I think he will fight a war like a war should be fought if you have to get into a war, and that's fight to win. I mean, the way we've done it now, it just gets a lot of people killed, and there's nothing gained from it. And war is horrible. Yeah, that's scary that there's, yeah, yeah, where's this coming from? So, Yeah, that definitely is something that worries me. So, I all this tech stuff. I'm challenged doing what I'm doing right here tonight. So this stuff here just really, I'll have to check that out. Gordy Rose Wave. Yeah. Like I said, I listen to Joe Rogan, and he has all kinds of people on there, and that's part of what I like. But man, some of those people just scare the hell out of me. Just they're all in on this stuff, and oh, it's going to save the world, and whew, I don't know. You know, I've seen enough movies to see how this could go wrong. Yeah, I don't think a lot of those people understand the law of unintended consequences, and that worries me. They only see the good. They can't see anything that might go wrong. I don't know. I have a habit of overthinking things myself, but I always try to look at, okay, what if this goes wrong? And this stuff can go really wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see any of it in my lifetime, but I could be wrong. Just, yeah, just so many things that can go wrong there. What if one of these computers decide that human beings are the problem and they need to eliminate all of us? Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of these guys that are pretty smart. Sometimes they can't. They get so excited about stuff and they can't see that there might be a problem. If it all goes sideways. What's everybody's opinion on RFK and his new job? Personally, I think it might be a good thing. We'll see. Yep. Well, they think it's a good thing, and they forget that, like I said earlier, the laws of unintended consequences. You know, I know a lot of those guys don't have bad intentions, but they just don't think things through. So I'm cautiously optimistic about things. Not so much on the whole AI and technology stuff. That stuff's kind of spooky. But yeah, it's crazy. But I see some things going on. I see a lot more people talking about growing their own food, whether it be, gardening or animals or whatever. So that gives me some optimism that there's more people turning back to the more old ways. I think you're right. It's going to be real interesting with RFK Jr. I know that he's made some good choices. Is it? I don't know. One of the senators has been, or I had heard back when the talk first started about RFK taking this job, and I want to say it was Massey, but I can't remember. But one of the senators is supposed to work for him, and that senator has asked Joel Salatin to be an advisor. Yeah, I know there's a lot of them, and there was one guy especially, and I can't remember his name, is on Joe Rogan, and he scared the hell out of me. And he was an admitted transhumanist, and he was a bit crazy. And I could tell by the way he was responding to Rogan's questions that he had not thought that there could be anything go wrong. He hadn't even thought about something possibly didn't go the way he planned it. I guess he didn't study Murphy's Law. That's kind of the biggest law in my life. I know there's some good yes, I want to read that book. I need to get it ordered because I hear that's quite the book, and it must be pretty much true because Fauci's not bothered to sue him. So I need to get around, get that ordered, and read it. And I hope he is too, and I hope that he's as tough as he seems to be. You know, being able to stick to his plan, or what I understand to be his plan. That would be really good. Yeah, well, that's good. Excuse me. I can't get people to read. The people around me don't want to read, and especially anything like that they might learn something from. Makes me crazy. I'm actually going to have to break down and give me some reading glasses so I can read more. Right now I have to use a magnifying glass. Just getting older in for the week. Fauci's got some, and I don't know the whole story, but I guess he was responsible for that drug that was killing all the AIDS patients back there in the 80s and 90s. Okay, I got disconnected there for a minute. Wow, we're up to 5. That's not counting me, 6. So if you just hopped on here, say hi, introduce yourself. This has been, well, it's only the 3rd one, but it's the best live I've had so far. We're over an hour in. Pretty cool, I'm enjoying it. Learning things that I didn't know. There's an area around DC and Maryland called Del Mar, or what was it? Let me see. Delmarva. Yeah, Delmarva. The next few months are going to be really interesting, politically, financially, or I should say economically. And health-wise, it may be good. It was the Joel Salatin has a podcast. Of course, it's behind a paywall. It's kind of a bummer, but we all got to make a living somehow. But anyway, him and the lady that does it with him, Dr. McCullough, were talking about a study that was done, and they went out and found the parts of the world that had the longest lived people, and they started studying them, and they found out that the ones that lived the longest ate a lot of protein. They get protein and fat. They get up in the morning and have bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs or whatever, but it was a high protein, high fat diet. And for all these years, our government's been telling us that that's bad for us. That goes back to what the hell are they doing with our food system? I think old Dr. Fauci is in trouble, though. I think they're fixing to lock him up. I hope. For all the stuff he's done and the lies he's told and the people that have died since late 2019 for no reason. So, yeah. Well, anybody got anything they'd like to discuss in any more depth here, or at all? Well, we covered some ground. I'm pretty happy with tonight's live. I'm probably going to do this again tomorrow night if I don't have to work. So if we get 5 inches of snow tomorrow, I'm not working. And I think that's a good idea. I mean, one of the things I do, I'm a janitor at the local high school, and then I'm also drive a bus in the afternoons. And I thought back when I was a kid, we get 2 or 3 inches of snow, we still went to school. And they cut school off a lot earlier, getting more. But I got to thinking about that, and I think that's probably a good idea. That just protects the school districts. And, so I don't imagine I'll work for at least 2 days. If we get what they say they are. They might have already canceled it, I don't know. Seeing how I'm using my phone to stream this. Alright, well, looks like we're slowing down here a little bit. Said we covered some ground in this one. I like it. It was fun and interesting. I mean, found out that I'm not the only person in the world that feels the way I do about some of this stuff. And it seems to me like, go back to the president, and it seems to me most people are in 2 camps on him. They either love him and think he's the greatest president ever, want to put his face on Mount Rushmore, or they absolutely hate him, want to kill him, or have him killed. And I'm not in either one of those camps. I voted for him, and I think he can help us out. He has the opportunity here to help the working people out. But we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic. like I said, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I told the farmhand I'd watch a movie with him when I got done with this. And since we're slowing down, and y'all have a good night. And as I sign off all of my videos, let's look out for each other. Almost all of them, not all of them, but the majority of them. Let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And don't forget to pray. Catch you later, knothead. Now I gotta remember how to turn this off. Boom. Yes. Yes, I want to